Coach Lou here. We got breakdowns of film. This week we got the NFL preseason. Okay, all games from week 1 of preseason. One play from each team and how they can run the 2-quarterback RPO system. Hope you enjoy.
Guys, these are two teams that I, without a doubt, know with my heart need to be running this offensive system. Okay, the Ravens, for the at least incorporate it into some. Run it, earn at least half of it. Okay, you need to. This is the next evolution. This is what's going to take your offense to the next level. You already got Lamar Jackson. He's perfect for this offensive scheme. Okay, even if you don't want to put him at receiver, that's fine. Have that second guy. If it's Trace McSorley, their third string quarterback, I can't think of his name. If you can find someone else, guys, you need to do this to make your offense go to the next level. All right, everyone's so used to what you've done. You've been doing it for 2-3 years now. All right, they're just going to keep catching on. All right, and Lamar, for however long he can be doing it for, it's not going to be till year 40. And he's not the greatest passer. So you need to do this now, Ravens. I'm pounding my computer, literally. All right? You need to be doing it. Okay? So you got Trace at quarterback right now. Here we go. Wide zone to the right. You gave him 2 slants, to read it. Great. Cool. Like it. All right? Now, what you need to add, all right? Give this guy a flat. Give this guy a fade. Give him a 5-yard out. Give him a corner if you can, if you got time, and he's got a hitch, okay? Give him that. Bam, now he's blocking, okay? He does a fade anyway, okay? So instead of blocking, all right, let's have you run a route. Give this another read for this second quarterback, whatever it is. Instead of, make this guy think twice about coming upfield. Give him a route. Give him a 5-yard out. Give him a flat. Okay, so then you could either throw that and get some yards after catch, or if they follow that route, someone will follow that route. If it's a safety, if it's a linebacker, now your runs can be hidden bigger. All right, and especially when you get Lamar back at quarterback, he could have pulled that ball. All right, you need this offensive system. Yes, it's preseason. Okay, but let's be realistic here. You completely need this offensive system. If you're going to commit to Taysom Hill, this is what's going to help him completely succeed. All right, not just a little bit, but completely. We saw a few games last year with what you guys did when he was quarterback, and it wasn't the best offense. All right, Sean Payton, you're an offensive guy. All right, everyone calls you a guru in offense. You got to do this, man. You got to run the 2-quarterback RPO system. It's what's going to help you. Now, is Winston the second guy to have in there? Maybe it's just more Kamara's throwing the ball a little bit. All right, because he's such a great athlete. But you got to do something. You can't just hand the ball off to Kamara, do play action. You're not going to be successful that way. All right, and when you get Mike Thomas back, he's not going to have the catches. All right, and which he'll probably be mad about, but he'll definitely get the yards if you run this offensive system, the 2-quarterback RPO system. So here you go. You got a quick little inside zone to the right, slice block. He's reading it. Plays dead after 1 yard. All right. Now what we would change is give this slot receiver a pop pass. Have him run right to the middle of the field. Bam, bam, bam. Right to the middle. Right where this linebacker is. Okay? Give this guy something quick if you want to, or just run him off with the fade. All right? It looks like the Ravens are in man coverage. Okay? Blitzing off the edge. Look how nonchalantly that guy did. Tell the lineman, don't go upfield, obviously. Okay? But you can do it right now. You need to do it, Saints. He slice blocked. Maybe you could have pulled it, Taysom, and ran it. They don't want you to do that in preseason. I get it. Games don't matter as much. Okay. But Saints, I could go through plenty of your plays. I'm excited to see what you guys do this year. But at the same time, I know without a doubt you guys need to run the 2-quarterback RPO system if you want to win a Super Bowl this year.
Team with Taylor Hanke. I really like Taylor. He really stepped up in the playoff game and really showed. He's a backup and he probably will never become a true NFL great quarterback, but he is definitely serviceable and definitely someone I believe can run the 2-quarterback RPO system. So here's Washington against New England running RPO, all right, against the Patriots. All right, so we got a simple, right? Just like our episode we just dropped yesterday, inside zone, all right, with a bubble backside. All right, now what we would add is this guy running a quick in, okay? Because backside we got this tackle, tight end blocking, which is okay. But if we add this little quick in, this drag right here, this dude does have the chance to throw a pop pass. or even this tight end running a pop pass right in the middle. I mean, here we go. I went backwards. Let's get the play from the beginning, but it's inside zone to the left. Hanke does a great job reading it. Pause. And instead of blocking, pop right into this open void. Okay. Bam. Once this guy comes downhill, pause. There's an opportunity to pop this pass in. All right. Now we'd probably, hopefully we'll truly read him, so then Hanke has the option. If this guy's crashing hard, he'll pull it, and then he has this bubble to throw to, or keep running depending on this outside linebacker. But if this guy is staying there, and we add a pop pass by this tight end, bam. 5-yard gain at least, just before the safety, where you don't know what happens. Maybe he breaks that tackle and makes it a bigger gain. All right, but this is how the NFL, you guys can incorporate it right now. So next we got New England. Mac Jones at quarterback, rookie from Alabama. I mean, when they were with Nick Saban the past few years, they've been a heavy RPO team. So Mac Jones is used to it. Now he's not the runner, so obviously we're looking for more locked plays where the linemen we're not fully reading this first level guy. We're not reading these first level defenders. We'd just be reading these second and even these third level defenders when Mac Jones at quarterback. Right? We add someone, someone that can throw the ball back there at running back. And we got something here. So bam. We got a quick power. Alright, or a trap. It looks more like a power. Alright. Lineman downfield, but it's okay because he throws this bubble. Now, it might have just been a design, get the bubble out, and let's go. And this is where, that's cool, but to make it really, really effective, this is what you can do in the 2-quarterback RPO system. If you make this a read, say, he blocks there, but just tell him not to go down line of scrimmage. Down block. These two guys, down block. We have a true kick out, so it looks more like a trap than a power. Now this guy can run either a 5-yard out, which I really wouldn't do in this scenario because they're covering it up great on Washington, or just a pop right down the middle. Take this seam right here and end up right there. Where if you give him the ball, especially pulling, he's coming. Instead of blocking, come here, right? Even a little hesitation right in front of this DB, bam. You hand that ball off because that's what the read would be. Right here, the numbers, it's in your advantage because right here it's 3-on-2. So you're hoping everyone makes their block. All right, which understands. We take that bubble. And as you see, he gets a cool 5 yards. But I'm also showing how you could add the running back in the ball downfield. You had a pop pass by the tight end. There you go, another inside zone. From the 2-quarterback RPO system with a pop pass, and whatever you want to do backside. In the Patriots situation, it was just a simple bubble. Jalen Hurts deserves his opportunity to show if he's a true franchise, game-changing, MVP-like quarterback. But Jalen Hurts does have the potential to be one of the best options for the 2-quarterback RPO system for how big he is, how elusive as a runner he is. I truly believe Jalen Hurts is a perfect mold if you're looking for a quarterback for the 2-quarterback RPO system. He is one of the great options you could pick. All right, but here are the Eagles with a simple RPO. Bam, we got a nice little outside zone to the left. Opportunity to pull it. They got a quick glance with a quick in over here. Cool. Guy gets a good 5-4 yards because that safety was coming off the edge pretty hard. This nickel right here. Okay, they're both coming hard. So, given it was the right read. Now, what we would change, to make it a true wide zone, all right, is to add maybe a stick right here. See if he has that option. Look, he can bounce it. Now, maybe it is an inside zone. I'm not there. I can't fully tell you. But if we add, a hitch there, a corner there, or a 5-yard out with a fade, and we tell them to run it to the outside, these defenders are going to have to come up eventually. This guy's coming downhill hard. If he tries to bounce this a little bit, bounce it to the outside, maybe we get a reach block by the left tackle. We got something, guys. We got a nice downhill explosive play down the field. All right, here we go. One more time. Going good read. If he was going to read, blocked. it's there. All right, Eagles, you can easily incorporate the quarterback RPO system. You just got to be willing to running an RPO here. I fully understand that. Okay, what I'm just trying to show is how one side of the play and the two quarterback RPO system, how it looks. Okay, a lot of time it just looks like a simple rollout. When you're truly reading and you're telling guys to stay at the line of scrimmage, it just looks out like a rollout. I mean, here the Steelers just running a simple rollout. All right, lineman staying at the line of scrimmage. He has an opportunity technically if he's looking to truly run. All right, he can come downhill more. There's a hole there. They're doing a great job on the edge, so if you got that speed, you take it. You know, hopefully these guys would get a better reach in. Now, yeah, he throws it out for a quick completion to this receiver. But this is what the two quarterback RPO system looks on a lot of plays, especially on wide zone, outside zone. It just looks like a rollout to the right for the second quarterback who takes the handoff. Say this guy's in the backfield and they do a true read. All right, he gets the handoff. Automatically, when defenses see a handoff, they're coming downhill. They automatically think run. So get the handoff. These linemen stay at the line of scrimmage like they're doing a great job of. And you add a quick route like that for the second quarterback to throw to. He throws that little quick out, that quick flat route. All right, while you add a deeper route just to see if it's there, if it's available. Because the defense will be so aggressive once you hand the ball off. There are two teams that truly don't run RPOs all that very often, or even at all, okay? The Atlanta head coach just came from Tennessee, so they're going to run what most teams run in the league. Wide zone, and then play action off of that. All right, this is one time where it kind of looks like an RPO. Maybe they're just trying to give it that look. I don't think he's actually reading it. All right, it's a simple power. Bam, down block, hand the ball off. The bubble and the fade because they know it's man. They just want to get those guys out of the play. Bam. I mean, he cuts it outside. You know, just your simple power play. They kind of make it like a read, but I don't think they're coaching it like a read. See, and this is where all I'm adding, okay, is this guy's running a route. He's running a pop pass right here. Maybe he's running a 5-yard out with a fade. Quick slant, maybe right here by this receiver on the outside, okay? Because right when he gets the ball off, and the two quarterback RPO system, he should have the ball square in his chest, not fully carrying it. He's got to look for that opportunity to throw the ball because this pop pass could be there. You never know. The Titans don't have many RPO plays, and it's just something where they could add it in. They could sprinkle it in. I mean, they've done it before where Derrick Henry gets the ball near the goal line at quarterback, and he does a little simple pop pass. So it's there. It's in their playbook. They can add it to their playbook. Let's just be honest. They're very diligent on their wide zone play action, and probably will run that until the wheels fall off. Okay. Will it win them a championship? We don't know. We'll just have to see in the next few years. Back, Philippe Franks started at Florida. Then he went to Arkansas. Now he's in the league. I think he went undrafted in the lower rounds. Okay, but I mean, especially in this game, he kind of showed he could run the ball a little bit. I mean, you're not going to do it every single play, but he does, threaten the defense. And he's a big man, big arm, not the greatest accuracy. There's a reason why he went undrafted. But I mean, he is someone on the roster where I could run the two quarterback RPO system. In the book I wrote on the NFL edition, he was one of the guys I picked to run it. He's got the perfect body type to run some inside powers. Nothing like you don't want him running to the sideline. He's not the fastest, but he can get you on a simple read option. He can get you on some quarterback power, inverted veers, stuff like that. But here they go the Falcons with their little with the simple RPO. That's probably a pre-snap. All right, and since they saw man, they know. All right, that's not an option. Okay, so we can't throw this flat. Obviously, they're reading the end. End crashes hard. End stays. No, end is crashing, so they don't give it. Okay. Here we go again. End crashes hard. He pulls it. I mean, look, they don't know he can run. He gets a nice little run. I mean, that's nice, dude. I mean, we're talking about NFL players. These are fast NFL players. I know it's the backups and everything, that second and third string, but he's getting out there. He's moving. Now, I mean, that running back also had room. So to add what we could have done So obviously you got your pre-snap. You got your pre-snap flat by this number 3 receiver. Cool. If you love it, take it. Obviously, it's 3-on-3, so you're not taking that. Next, so what you're going to add is, instead of let this guy run the ball, put your running back in, that's cool. Add this guy having a route, okay? Let him arc release into a 5-yard out, or let him go upfield and run a corner. Now you're truly reading this guy, okay? Making this corner one-on-one, deciding if he wants to guard this route, all right, if we had the tight end running a route, or coming upfield and making this tackle. And either way, I mean, it's a win for the offense. If he stays back, now Franks really has more room to run. Look, if that guy was guarding a tight end downfield, these are his guys. These are the defenders going after him, where he's getting another 5-10 yards. Okay, and if the guy comes upfield, look how far back that safety was. That even the throw, you throw it closer to the sideline out of bounds, you're getting a 10-15 yard throw or run no matter what. All right, and that's what makes the 2 quarterback RPO system so special. That at any given time, the runner pass can hit big, really big, and consistently hit big. Trubisky from Chicago ran plenty of RPOs when he was with the Bears. I've seen a lot of film. It's not he's not making the quickest decision. He is an athlete. I mean, that's one of the reasons why he was drafted high, 3rd overall, second overall, because he was an athlete. But I mean, he's slowly proven he's not that guy. He might just be a career backup. Where I think Trubisky would be a good option to run the 2 quarterback RPO system. He is athletic enough. I mean, he does have some career starts under his belt, which many guys don't. Leading a successful team into the playoffs, even though maybe it was more on the defense. But anyway, so on this play, the Bills are running an RPO. They got a bubble here, and since it's a 2-on-2, you're not going to throw the bubble, all right, because who's going to block him? They have a simple power blocking, okay? This right guard is pulling up the hole. Everyone's down blocking, and bam, I mean, he just hands the ball off. Now what we would add is one of these tight ends, okay, or wide receivers running a pop pass. Or even, I mean, I don't like doing the flat, but you could technically run a flat route by this if he can really throw it when he comes down the line of scrimmage. It's possible, I'm not saying it's not, but prefer something else. So maybe we get a quick rub, or this guy just runs a pop pass right down the middle. Doesn't block this guy at all, just runs right down this middle just to see what these linebackers do. If these linebackers come up, I mean, now we got a pop pass. Or maybe you want this guy running the pop pass. Look how aggressive they're coming downhill. Does he have time right when he catches it? Possibly, yeah. You would really have to get open, or you'd have to believe and have faith that he's open. But it's there, okay? You can easily add a pop pass into that route, making this running back or this second quarterback have that option to throw that. On this simple power play. Dan Campbell. Anthony Lynn is their OC. And going back to Dan Campbell, I mean, his first press conference, he basically stated, we're going to run the ball down your throat. More or less, he implied that. Okay? And he is a little more old school. So I don't fully believe, I don't think they believe in RPOs as much as just running your normal, simple run plays, execute it, power football, line up your best to our best, and we're going to get you every single time. Okay? So will they run RPOs this year? We'll see. I highly doubt it. And I know on this play, I mean, we could watch it right now. I know it's a play action, you guys. I 100% know it's a play action. Okay? I just want to show you how it's possible where if you tell the linemen they can't go downfield, it is possible to run the 2 quarterback RPO system. Okay, so if we're going to run power here, they're going to run power to the right. Yes, it's play action. What you can add is this tight end running a 5-yard out and give these 3 guys a simple slant concept. Slant, slant, flat. All right, slant, slant, even maybe a glance. Okay, give them that second level read. So our linemen are just blocking here. Okay, so once he hands the ball off, depending on how, maybe they don't slide out fast enough, these defenders, where, okay, I don't have these slants, I'm just going to hand it off. And once he gets the ball in the handoff, he's following this pulling guard. And if he loves this 5-yard out or if this pop pass down the middle is seam, he takes it. If not, then he still runs the ball. I'm gonna keep banging the drum. I'm gonna keep saying it. All we're trying to do is make these linebackers hesitate. Either if they're too aggressive, we're gonna throw it behind you. If they're staying back, we'll just run it down your throat. We'll make you think twice. You can't just play football against a 2-quarterback RPO system. You have to think on the fly, and you're not going to be used to it because you're just going to be used to, see ball, go get ball. All right, and that's the advantage of the 2-quarterback RPO system is we're going to make the defense think more than they ever have. I don't think they're truly reading it. I think they're just handing it off. I believe they're just trying to make the defense move that way to make the run hit bigger. Here we go. Bubble, blocking. All right, little inside run. Okay, cool. All right. Now what we would add, this is what we're going to add. Here we go. Like these linemen don't go downfield. They stay right there. But there's an opening. If we're especially making this a second level read, okay, cool. Let this guy block. All right, I'm good with that. Keep this bubble. All right. If you want to add a slant here, that's great. If you just want to block, that's fine. Make that his read where he's reading the linebackers. Add this guy on a route. Add him on a quick drag, a quick slant. All right, help this guy. Give him something. All right, beat him. All right, now it looks like he didn't get him. Hopefully he'd do a better job. Maybe take a dime release or an outside release and really get him on the inside where this running back would have the opportunity to throw the ball coming downfield. Now these linemen are downfield, so it's a penalty. But if we keep him at the line of scrimmage, or even in college if it was quicker, you could get the ball off because they're only 3 yards downfield right here. Now, the ref will probably call it because it's so late. But this is where, it works, you guys. It's there. You could run it in the NFL. You just have to tell your lineman, hey, look, stay at the line of scrimmage, 1 yard. That's it, and you can't go farther than college offense. Cliff Kingsbury's done a good job of incorporating more NFL concepts and personnel into it. I actually really love Kyler Murray. I think he could be great at the quarterback RPO system. I also believe he could also be a really great quarterback in this league. Obviously, time will tell. But here you go, Cardinals with their backups. Chris Streeter, actually, I do also love him to run the 2-quarterback RPO system. One, he's cheap. Two, he looks like he's crazy, man. He's willing to do whatever the team wants to win. All right, decent enough runner. He ran the ball multiple times in this game. I think he's a guy, if he's on your roster, he could definitely run this offensive system. So here's another play action. Okay, I understand that. But when you run the 2-quarterback RPO system on wide zones especially, and you're telling the linemen they can't go downfield, it looks like play action. All right, so here we go. Leave them at the line of scrimmage. Maybe, obviously, if we were telling them, look, it's a read, or look, it's a run play, so act like it's a run play, so try to do a better job of blocking them, not just staying there. He would have the option to hit a hole and bounce, to hit up the middle, or if we get this edge, he could bounce it. Okay, roll out. This is what you're going to get used to that in the 2-quarterback RPO system. These defenders are coming at you. So we're hoping our receivers make enough separation where we can throw the ball. Okay. Also, we believe, hey, maybe Streeter can hit him with that dead leg. And cut back inside, get some yards. All right, but obviously he does the right choice, gets the ball out quick to his receiver on the 3-5 yard out, and he gets a nice little gain. All right, here we go again. Now this is what I'm talking about. We could add routes for anything. We could have this guy do a flat or a 5-yard out. We can have this guy do a comeback, a corner, comeback, 10-yard out. Whatever outside looking routes we want to do, go right ahead, because he would have time. Look at this. He has enough time if this guy doesn't give as much ground and can stay this defender at the line of scrimmage more. But we give him something quick for this second quarterback to throw to. The options are there. It's a good read, and it ends up for a great play. So we're just showing right here on this play that you can just expand a little bit more on your play action plays and really make it explosive to have the ability to hit bigger gains, not just a 7-yard out consistently, but maybe you'll have the opportunity to make it 10, 15 yards because the defense is playing so has Tonga by Lola, my bad, Tua, if I said that incorrectly. All right, Tua, another one from Alabama, quick release. This dude is disgusting with the throw sometimes. I truly believe Tua probably wouldn't have been the first overall pick Because I don't think they lose to LSU that year when LSU wins it all if Tua was 100%. I mean, that's one of the big issues with his career so far. This man hasn't been fully healthy. All right, but Tua, I think he really can be a great quarterback in this league. Hopefully, health stands up for this man. But here we go. All right, got his Miami Dolphins beginning the game versus the Bears. All right, play action pass, good rollout, hits his little guy in the delay flat, and they get 2 yards, 3 yards. All right, cool. Just what we're adding, is hey. Maybe you hand it off to him. Maybe you love this read. All right, since we're leaving this guy. If we truly left this guy, and maybe we would go a flood concept. We go fade, 10-yard out. You could do a delay flat still. That's cool. Or you just get out right away to really make this guy think twice. Okay? Read this end. You're quick enough back there to make a decision. These linemen just, I would say, actually, if this guy's running upfield, cool, because by the read, what he would do, instead of bounce to the outside, he can plant and go, take this hole. This is a nice little hole right here, especially if this guy's not getting out his route right away. If we gave him a 10-yard out, a corner, maybe even a quick flat right here or a hitch. If he's not getting off and this hole's available, take the hole, take the run. All right, take the 2-3 yards. If the defense isn't if they're staying back or if our receivers aren't getting off the ball, take it. All right, we're okay with taking those 2-3 yards when we know the deep shots, the explosive plays are covered. All right, Tua does a great job pulling it, maybe a little quicker to get out there, and we got this little quick flat out, and we're gone. But this is another just level showing how they could run. Implant it. It's very easily to implant these plays into your offensive system right now and have guys run it. Dolphins have plenty of guys on the roster that can run it. They got Keenan Reynolds from Navy, Bowden, who was the Kentucky quarterback. They have plenty of options of guys that can run the 2-quarterback RPO system now, especially being a playoff Super Bowl team. Young, obviously, but the Dolphins can do it.
Justin Fields, rookie from Ohio State. Justin Fields, he's a rookie, so he was the 11th overall pick, so he deserves a chance to see how good of an NFL quarterback he really is. Now, the first preseason game, you're playing against a lot of second string, third string, but he showed well enough where he could easily start this season. We all expect Justin Fields to start sooner rather than later. Okay, but on this simple first play, they got a wide zone to the left, slice block by this tight end, this H-back, and Justin reads it. He hands it off, and the running back gets a nice little yards. All right, very important here is you see the linemen were only 1 yard, basically more or less at the line of scrimmage. Okay, so that's great. You really don't have to change anything there from a coaching standpoint. Okay, Dolphins are playing man coverage. So try and run a man beater if you really want to give, if we're running a 2-quarterback RPO system, give them some man beater stuff, something you think that will be effective and work. Maybe give them a fade, a hitch and go, and then a quick out, maybe a pivot really to get them going inside before out. But, we're hoping that they commit to this. Now, if they don't, then just run them off, and we're cool with that. All right? But once this running back or the second quarterback gets the ball, he does have the opportunity, if we give these guys some routes, to throw it to see what's open because the linemen are doing a great job of holding them at the line of scrimmage. Okay? Justin reads this, and then he can add a route by this guy. If it's a fade, if it's a comeback, 10-yard out, whatever he wants. Okay? So here we go. Play it through. Bam. Look at all the linemen. Perfect. Okay? Justin makes the correct read. Okay? Now this is where, these guys are truly playing man, so they're getting run off. So now we're just playing with these guys in the box, and he can hit wherever. He can hit it here. He bounces it, as you saw it before. But, this is the whole thing. In this offensive system, you have every opportunity to hit a big play whenever, and you'll take whatever they give us. Since they're playing man coverage, we'll take the guys in the box. Minnesota Vikings, both teams that run the wide zone play action scheme. All right, you got the Vikings with Clint Kubiak, whose dad ran it and won it with the Broncos, who's also from Mike Shanahan tree. Mike Shanahan ran it with the Broncos with Elway. Elway's was the guy running the Broncos, so there's a reason why they're running it over there. Okay, so both teams really don't run RPOs. And this play is not an RPO. We're just showing how if you have two different guys that have the ability to run routes where you can line up as a receiver, even having your still base personnel with your running back and fullback and tight end and stuff, this second guy, if he's a true receiver or a true quarterback, if he's a true hybrid where he can run routes, he could throw the ball, run the ball if he's given the ball an opportunity, you could easily run, it really gets really creative with this offensive system. So here we got a reverse with number 16. Okay, nice little reverse. Blah, blah, blah. He gets 5-6 yards. Cool, great. What we would change to really make it creative and different is to give this receiver a route. Wide zone to the right. Cool. Everyone's faking this way. Run your reverse. Hand him the ball off. Add a route by this guy. Okay, come back. Post corner post. Double move. Whatever you want. Okay, because what that will do, these guys, all these other 9 defenders are occupied. Okay, by this wide zone to the right because the Broncos run it so much. They're all occupied by that. This guy's staying back, looking for anything tricky, obviously like a reverse. And this guy, it might be cover 3 or it could be man. He's kind of locked on this receiver. But if you give him a route, any one of those routes I said, once he hands the ball off, tell the lineman to stay at the line of scrimmage. Now look, he's coming. He's coming now. Where if this guy was holding it at his chest, looking downfield because he has plenty of time. If you see there's really no one there, all right, this defensive guy won't be able to get him until it's 5 yards downfield. If you give a route by the single receiver, the safety and corner really have to make a decision. Either they're coming up and to play the run or they're going to stay back, and this run could be bigger since this corner wouldn't have the opportunity to come up and run. Kellen Mond at quarterback. I think he was drafted in the 3rd or 4th round for Texas A&M. If you read one of my first book, if you look at the analytics, most great quarterbacks in this league, from an analytical standpoint, were drafted in the 1st round. So unless you're truly an outlier like a Wilson, like a Brady, most of these franchise quarterbacks are drafted in the 1st round. So drafting a guy like Mond in the 3rd round is okay if you truly think there's a diamond in the rough, but for the most part, they're not. Now, Mond does have the ability to run the ball. So he is a guy that could run this offensive system. So that's why in this play right here, they're going wide zone to the left, okay? Giving him a read. Now, it doesn't look like he's not fully given that fake. But the Vikings do a good job getting some yards, okay? So here we go. Let's go. 3 by 1. If you want to leave this tight end to block, cool, great. Wide zone to the left. So now we're just going to changing it, is giving these two guys routes. Give him a 5-yard hitch, give him a corner. Give him a wheel, give this guy a pivot. Okay, whatever routes you want to give him, give these two guys routes. Okay, so hitch, corner, simple smash concept. And then give this guy a corner or an out. Now let's give him a 10-yard out. We're cool with that. So then Mond, bam, we tell this lineman to stay at the line of scrimmage. They're doing a decent job at it. It's 3rd and 1. Now, obviously, you probably just run a simple run play since it's under 2 minutes. But give him the ball. Bam. He has the time to read this. If you gave this guy a hitch or even a quick out, look at this fat hole. Okay, you're really not going to call this an RPO. They shouldn't call this an illegal man downfield. They might, but I doubt it. Okay, and now look at this. You can get an easier 5-yard completion. Now he does bust it. All right, and if that's the defense is giving us that, great. We'll take the run. But we're just showing a different way of how it could work with the Vikings, with with every NFL team running this offensive system, and with this backside guy running a route. That Mond can pick it up himself or throw it, depending on what the defense gives. Lawrence, first overall pick, has the ability to be the GOAT. So you got to give him his opportunity to show if he's really this generational talent everyone's making him seem out to be. All right, now he is a decent runner. So I wouldn't fully, I wouldn't commit to this offensive system if I got Lawrence. I would probably add plays in every once in a while if you got that second guy. Laviska Shenault looks really nice, and I think he could be the second guy to run this to really add some creativity with the Jags, since they are I mean, they really might be the worst team in the league this year. Time will tell, and no one really completely knows what Urban's going to run. Urban Meyer, Jags head coach, what he's going to run on offense this year. First time NFL head coach. So they got a simple RPO play right here. Okay, motion the H-back cross, inside zone, nice little run. I mean, they got 7-8 yards. Cool. Great with that. Okay. Now, what I would change, okay, if we're going to do this, bam, sliced across, cool with that. Have this receiver run the pop pass. Right. Since it's an inside zone, we tell this lineman to stay at the line of scrimmage, block these first level guys. Have this guy run the pop pass right in the middle of the field. See if these 3 linebackers, if they come up too fast, okay? Instead of blocking them, pop pass right in the middle. This safety's really far back and he's over there. This corner, he's back 10. Yeah, he could get there. Okay, but even if he gets there, we have a good chance of getting a catch right here in the middle. That's a 5-yard gain. Okay? Trevor reads it. I mean, if they give us the pull read where he crashes too hard, Trevor rolls right. Now Trevor has the opportunity to run the ball. Okay? Or we give these 2 guys routes where he's got a fade, he's got a 5-yard out, maybe even a 10-yard out. Okay? And if 2 of these guys, 3 of these guys come up and try and tackle Trevor, Trevor can easily throw on the run and hit one of these 2 receivers on a wide open pass. Okay? Look, I mean, they're coming up on the run. All right? So if he had pulled it, I mean, really, if they had given us the pull read, they might have committed on the run already because they look like they're in zone coverage. They look like they're in cover 3. Where if this guy runs a 5-yard out and Trevor pulled it, bam! I mean, that's at least a 5-yard gain where he catches and turns up. I mean, he could easily score. Okay, the Jags, especially, I would run some plays with the 2 quarterback RPO system, but I would also give Trevor his chance to prove, look, dude, I'm a man in this league, and I'm gonna show everyone in the world. They are another wide zone play action team. They really. Without Baker, I mean, with Baker, they could probably run more RPOs just because he's so used to it coming from Oklahoma. All right, but they really do not run RPOs, okay? But here on this play, if you coach it up right, if you could see it like I see it through my eyes, you can run this offensive system. So here we go, okay? They have a pin and pull to the left, okay? Or it might be a sweep. But they're going downfield, obviously. All these linemen are going. They're trying to get the run on the outside. All right. What if we're running pin and pull, which is on the next episode, upcoming next Monday? You'll see it. What they could do, since this tight end's blocking, okay, and these guys are pulling, just make sure these linemen stay at the line of scrimmage. All right. Make sure they just pass protect. All right. This right tackle and right guard. All right. In this play, both the left tackle and left guard are pulling to the sideline and going upfield. This center is cut blocking, which is perfectly fine. We'll allow. We want that cut block, reach block, whatever you want to do. But the cut block's cool because it's at the line of scrimmage. All right. But these 2 guys, when they pull, all right, they don't have to go upfield right away. All right. And as you can see, here we go. Play. There is time. All right. If you just told this left tackle, look, buddy, just go out a little farther. Don't go downfield right away. Take 2 more steps to the sideline before you go on upfield to give this guy time to read it and throw to this receiver. Instead of having this receiver block, all right, we have this receiver run a route. We give him a 10-yard out. All right, we give him a corner. We give him a fade, whatever you want to give him. Okay, and then backside, since we're basically we're locking, we're pass protecting on the right. Give him any concept. Give him a glance with a slant, a seam with a quick in, bubble. I mean, whatever you want. All right. So then this quarterback, who doesn't look like a runner, can easily get a completion depending on what this defense is doing. If they slide too much, I mean, technically, no, this guy delayed too much. So yeah, you'd hand it off. Okay, but the grass was open if you gave him a glance route and we were looking for it. If we were really riding it, if we were taking our time to read it, you had this glance open. Okay, but also we add this receiver on a route with this DB already off. Okay, he wouldn't be coming upfield if you give this receiver a route. All right, he would staying back. And if he did come to try and tackle this running back or this second quarterback, this guy, whatever route, especially if he had a 9 or a fade, wide open. That's a touchdown, baby. Okay, and that's what we love. We love explosive plays. we'll also take whatever the defense gives us. Let's just run the play through. First play of the game against the Jets. Wide zone to the right with a slice block. Glennon pulls it, and they get an incompletion. Okay? Nice little play. Okay? Trying to get a big play to start off the game. Okay? Now what we would change to make it incorporated in the two quarterback RPO system is hand the ball off. Okay? Let these guys run their wide zone to the right. Slice block to the left so you have a nice little pocket. Okay? But hand the ball off, especially if the read is there, since we're reading second-level guys. Okay? Have your bubble. Cool with blocking. Obviously, you don't have the advantage. It's 2-on-2. All right? But hand the ball off. Bam. He has time, especially if this pressure, if they really don't give as much ground, if they attack a little more. Stay at this line of scrimmage. You'll see number 65. He only goes a yard. I mean, look, he gets to this guy. Okay? But the refs don't call it. So you know you can do it, obviously. All right? Give this guy the chance to him catch it and throw it, which could possibly make these linebackers come upfield more. And instead of, this is a post. If you made it an in, he probably would have a better opportunity of catching the ball. Okay? And still have this bubble on the backside. I mean, it's the same play you ran. The only thing I'm changing is hand the ball off, all right, because the read is giving us that, and let him throw it. I know I sound like a broken record, but this is another team where they are a wide zone, play action, offensive scheme. That's what they're doing, all right? I mean, every NFL team runs wide zone and play action off of it, but the Jets are one of the teams that will commit to it. Mike LaFleur, I'm pretty sure his name is, came from the Niners, brothers, the Green Bay head coach. I mean, they're all running it, okay? So the Jets will be running a lot of that. Does it mean they'll be running any RPOs? Don't know. They got Zach Wilson, rookie, BYU, could be special. I mean, they took him second overall, so you're hoping he is. All right, but this is an opportunity to give this man and whatever quarterback you have some opportunities to gain yards, get easy yards, and possibly explosive plays. So here, if you watch, Jets are running power. All right, bam, or trap, whatever you want to call it. They get a 2-yard gain. All right, they got stuffed. Okay, let's just say it how it is. Okay, the only thing we're changing, all right, if we're running this offensive system, all right, what we could do here is let this guy kick this end out. All right, let this tight end either kick him outfield or upfield. All right, but block him. Let him block him. These three guys down block. So make sure we're taking these two guys to the sideline to the right. All right, so down block to the left. Okay, let this guy pull up the hole. Let him do a true power where he's pulling up the hole, because we'll have time for this quarterback and this running back, or the second quarterback if he was, to make the read. Give this guy the seam or the pop pass right in the middle. Make these linebackers commit. Look at them. They're only at 4 yards, and they're coming. They're coming. They're coming. Look at this. This guy's got green grass. He's handed the ball off, where if he anticipates, okay, and we keep this lineman at the line of scrimmage, obviously, and this tight end, he anticipates, we can get it quick. I mean, this is a drag. We can get room for a drag where he catches it, and he's getting yards. He's getting 5, 6, 7, 8 yards upfield. Bam. I mean, look, this guy's coming up to make the tackle. And instead of, if we gave him a true route, a 4, a drag, all right, we could take it and go. Backside, you run wherever you want. All right, you can run any outside routes, inside, probably no inside routes because we got a drag here. But anything into the sideline, you get a corner, you get a flat, cool. Now you're giving the quarterback, both quarterbacks, a read to throw to and run whenever. All right, and that's the great thing of the two quarterback RPO system is we're always having a run and a pass that can be explosive either way. Okay, the run could hit for 20 yards and the pass could hit for 20 yards. Buccaneers, Tom Brady, the GOAT. Yeah, maybe he's not, maybe he is. All right, I think he's the GOAT. He's amazing. All right, this man's won so many Super Bowls, it's ridiculous. Okay, the Bucs are one of the only teams in the league that obviously don't run. They run it every once in a while, but they're mostly a pass-first team. They're trying to hit you downfield with passes, okay? When you got Tom Brady, let this man go to work, okay? He doesn't need a two-quarterback RPO system. This man, let him, he could call his own plays. That's how good this dude is. If Tom goes down, I wouldn't want to put Blaine Gabbert in, all right? I'm just going to be realistic here. We wouldn't want to do that, all right? Bucs have so many offensive weapons. Use them, okay? They got John Franklin III, who's a receiver, converted receiver, played quarterback. Everyone knows him from Last Chance U. He's an explosive athlete. Have him play quarterback. All right, add someone else, whoever else they got on their roster that can throw. Okay, so the Bucks here, they really don't run RPOs because they got Tom. But here they kind of got an RPO. They got a power. Bam, go up the hole. Running back gets a nice yards. All right. So that's cool. That's great. All right. Well, you'll take it, obviously, since you're running something simple. But look at here, okay? You still run this smoke and have this guy block. Now it's a 2-on-2. So the advantage is not there. Now it's just add a route with this guy. If we're going power to the left, give him a route. Give him a 5-yard out. Give him a pop pass instead of having him block. Something maybe he's not amazing at. Most receivers aren't good blockers, okay? Give him what he's good at. Get him what he's getting paid for. Running a route, okay? If you gave him a quick out, you can insert him. That's cool. And then just have him, instead of blocking, go to the sideline. Run a quick out. These guys are committed on this run. These linebackers are wanting to take his head off. So if you gave this guy a simple 5-yard out, who's going with him? Okay? This running back has time because all the linemen, except this dude, is at the line of scrimmage. So, tell this guy to back up, obviously. Make sure he knows, stay at the line of scrimmage. But this guy could have thrown it easily if we added a route by that receiver that inserted it to block. All right? They are a wide zone team. Not as much because they got Burrow. They're going to let Burrow throw this year. All right, but here they got a wide zone to the right. Slice block. They got a flat, and they're blocking here. Obviously, the read's not there. They get a nice 6-7 yard gain. Okay? What we would add, the only thing we would add, all right, since it's a wide zone to the right, he does do a good job cutback. So if we know, because NFL coaches, you guys are smart as hell, obviously. So you more or less are better at anticipating because you've seen it so much, what defensives do, because defensive coordinators and coaches have been in the NFL for so long. You know what they're doing. All right, if you know the cutback's coming, all right, you can have everything be the same. Have him run his flat block, wide zone right, slice block. Cool. If you know it's coming, though, so then give this guy a route. Since you know it's not going to the sideline, you know the cutbacks. Give this guy a route to the inside. Give him a slant. Give him an angle. Give him a pop pass. Okay? So here we go. Play it through. Now, as you can see, it's all fucking blown up. All right? You run him off. I mean, yeah, that's even great. If the line did their job, which was supposed to block to the sideline, I mean, yeah, this fade can be there. They're playing man coverage, so obviously you wouldn't want to give him the ball if the second quarterback's throwing the ball, unless you love the matchup. But since it's getting blown up, and this is a great thing in the 2-quarterback RPO system, all right, if they're pressuring us and blowing it up like this, just go down, all right, or just cut back and run. No need to take a fumble here or throw an interception, all right? If you feel the pressure, either tuck and run, go down, all right, we don't need any fumbles here, all right? So there. He does a great job making a move, okay, getting some yardage. But this is the whole thing. If the D-line gets through, which is the big issue with this offense system, if the first level guys get through too much, then it won't work. But if your lineman can't block, there's almost no play you can run in football. New head coach, don't know what's happening to Deshaun. Really don't know what this guy's going to call. Let's be honest, he's never been an OC. Okay, so here we go. We got looks like an inside zone to the right. Maybe a read option first play of the game. Gets 3-4 yards because he made something out of nothing. Okay? What we would add in this play, okay? Pre-snap, we can give these guys something. All right? We can give them a bubble or a flat. If we love the number advantage, which if you see by the defense, no, it's a 3-on-2. Okay? 3 defenders on 2 offensive players. So it doesn't matter in this situation. All right, but you can give them something. If it was a flat, slant flat, even that. Obviously, you don't have the number advantage. But yeah, add something just to give that defense to think twice. Okay? You got 2 tight ends to the left. Cool, we're okay with that. All right? And this is where, we can get really, really stupid and crazy. Okay? If we're going inside zone to the right, okay, let's have this first tight end. He runs the pop pass. He goes right to the middle of the field. All right, so if this second quarterback gets the ball, you hand it off, and he's coming downhill. If this tight end's open, the first one, down the middle of the pop pass, take it. All right, if they give it us, take it. Now, it might not be. There's 2 high safeties, and this guy would be in the middle of the field. he might be coming downhill, obviously, because it's a run, so it might not be open. Cool, that's fine. If the read gives it to us then, all right, if this end crashes, what we would do with this second guy, all right, you could give him a flat, 5-yard out, 10-yard out corner. So now if this quarterback pulls it, all right, now he has another threat downfield to throw to. Okay, since it's inside zone, probably want to give something quick so we don't get that penalty. So give him a little flat. All right, so now you really have that option as a quarterback if you pull it to throw it to this flat guy or run it yourself. Okay, they got Rodgers now this year. So Rodgers, I mean, he's one of the best quarterbacks ever. Okay, can sling it all over the field. Just won MVP. You can run anything with Rodgers. He'll be successful. Okay, so on this play, they got Jordan Love, who can be, a special talent at quarterback. We don't know yet. It's his second year in the league. Hasn't played. I mean, you better hope he's something, or else it was all for nothing. You wasted a lot of Rodgers' good year. But here we go. They got inside zone to the right. Slice block. Good job by the O-line making that wall, creating it. Okay. What we would change in this in the 2-quarterback RPO system, if we're going inside zone with the slice block, or if that's a wide zone, doesn't look like a wide zone. Give this receiver a route, give him a pop, give him a glance right in this middle of this void right here. Okay. Still give this bubble read, where technically if the quarterback read it right, maybe he was told to hand it off, but the read should have been give it to the bubble. He should have thrown the bubble. You got this. I mean, it was a 2-on-2 at first, but you got the block. He came inside on the run. Should have thrown the bubble. Okay, but give this guy, if you block it correctly, the opportunity to throw here. All right, but the correct read he should have done was throw this bubble here on this play. But yeah, so we could have added this receiver to have a pop pass, and everything else would have been perfectly fine. Obviously, don't tell the lineman, tell the lineman don't go downfield. All right. Besides that, you just add one little route, and that's all the 2-quarterback RPO system is. All right, it's easy to implement. It's just changing 1 or 2 routes and telling linemen don't go down. All right, Super Bowl contender, a lot of great talent on the field, wide zone play action team. They really don't have to run this offensive system. All right. Could they implant some plays? Yes, they could easily. All right. So here we go with a very, very simple, okay, one of their plays, just a jet sweep to the left. They're just running a jet sweep to the left. All right. What I would change, all right, and if you're any of you coaches out there that played in the veer or coached in the veer or coached against it, there's a play called veer pass or speed option pass. I think it's veer pass, where that dive back comes downhill like he's getting the ball, and the outside receiver has a slant. So the quarterback, he's running to his left like he's going to hand the ball off or like he's going to read, but then he throws it real quick. Okay, that's the same idea I'm trying to show here. All right, Ayuk will get the handoff on a jet sweep. So he's running to the sideline to their left, where he could get the ball and throw it if we had a receiver out here. Okay, say we put Kittle out here, and we give Kittle a flat or a 5-yard out or a corner, where once Ayuk gets the handoff, and since all the offensive line's going to the right, so that will make all these linebackers step to the left. All right, step fake to the play side over here. Okay, if you had one guy lead block, cool. The other receiver running a route, whatever it was, I mean, now Ayuk has time because all defense ends are taught to crash first. Okay, especially if this guy is special, if he's truly fast enough. Lamar Jackson, Taysom Hill, whatever special, quick guys out there on a jet sweep, give him a route to throw to. I mean, now we're talking about explosive play downfield because one of these 2 defenders, instead of if they wanted to come up and stop the run, you would have a receiver running a route being wide open for a deep pass, an explosive pass downfield. Tell these linemen, obviously, to stay on the line of scrimmage, which would be easy because you'd be wide zone to the right. And this guy would have the option of either run this jet sweep and get as many yards as you can, or if you gave a receiver a route, bam. I mean, that's a 10, 15-yard route at least downfield. Big explosive play, and that's all we're looking for on offense. We're looking for explosive. Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, all right? These guys are creative when it comes to offense. They are willing to try anything and everything. Okay? So, yeah, they would definitely do this. Okay? Travis Kelce can throw a little bit. Tyreek Hill might be able to throw a quick little pass here and there. I mean, they got guys that are just athletes, explosive, great NFL athletes. All right? So here we go. Chiefs, they got a wide zone to the left. Now they block it, so they lock it up basically. All right? So giving them that option to throw this slant, this flat. Great. Okay? Here we go. Now look at this receiver downfield blocking. I mean, technically, since he handed it off, it's not a penalty. But if he had thrown the ball, the ref could have called the illegal man blocking downfield. Now what we would change is we would give him a route. We'd give him a fade. We'd give him a 5-yard out, 10-yard out, give him a corner, whatever. Okay? And then everything else is just the same. Linemen are all at the line of scrimmage. Okay? This guy's going downfield, but for the most part, he's right. He's right there. Now, I think they're telling these guys, stay, because it's an RPO. So it's already taught at NFL level right now that they know an RPO stay. Okay? They don't call it. If they had thrown the ball, we would see if they would call it on one of these two guys. But there's a chance that they could call it. Now, this running back does a great job of reading it, hitting a hole, but he only gets truly 1 yard. Okay? If we had added a route, all right, let's go. Here we go. Add a route by this guy. Bam. I mean, if you give him a quick out, okay, if he could really get off his guy fast enough, now this guy has a chance to throw the ball. Instead of just taking, you only take that 1 yard gain if you really have to, okay? We're just adding something to make it more explosive by giving him a quick out where now they really have to think twice, this corner, of coming up and playing the run. Because if he has to lock on to his receiver, now that's one less guy in the box to worry about, okay? And maybe even these linebackers aren't coming up as fast either. Play action. Yes, a play action. And I'm showing you this because it is a play action. But look what the linemen are. They're right on the line of scrimmage. And this is why I think it could easily work at the NFL level, okay? Make this a true read. Make him read this guy, okay? He crashes down. Great. You made the right read. You got a flat here, a corner, I think, and a cross flat. Bam. Okay. Great. And you got a cross over here, a clear out. I mean, yes, you're flooding the field. Do a great job. Okay. Now this is where I would change. I'm just changing one guy. One guy. This guy has a route. Give him a 10-yard out. Give him a 5-yard out. Give him a flat. Okay. Give him a route. Now this becomes a true read. All right. Peterman would be reading this end. Now the end gave us the pull read, obviously. But if this guy had a route, look at this grass. Look at that green grass. Now he's crossing the field, and this guy's back at 7 yards. You give him that 5-yard out, where if he had handed the ball off, this linebacker's coming up, this linebacker's coming up, this guy's chilling. But now we're playing with this corner where he might come up, or he would have to follow this receiver out of the play, where you have the opportunity, if this is a second quarterback, to throw the ball. All right. Obviously, it was a pull read, all right, on this specific play. But this is how the Raiders could easily implant it right now, is just make that receiver, that tight end, have a route to the outside and make it a read by the quarterback, especially if it was Mariota back there. Where, yeah, if the read is to pull it. Great. You got all these routes. Cool. That's your, the concepts you got. They work perfectly. Just add this guy with an out, with a corner or something quick. Now to give this second quarterback, something to either throw to or run through. Inside zone to the left. All right, quarterback's reading it. They do a bubble over here and with this guy blocking. So pre-snap, if they if they got the numbers advantage, it's 2-on-2, so they don't. But it's a good way to clear out the defense at the same time. Okay, cool. Leave that. All right, now we're just changing two guys, this H-back and this receiver out here. Give this receiver a 10-yard out. Give him a corner. Give him something deep downfield. Give this guy, okay, give this a pop pass. Give him right in the middle because it's an inside zone. Give him a pop pass. Right down the middle. All right. Now, if this guy's actually reading it, he does have the opportunity to pull it. All right. Maybe they just told him to hand it off. That's what the play is. Probably have this tackle block this guy instead of the H-back. But if you give him a route, if you give him a pop pass, now this running back who's given the ball has the chance to throw this pop pass to the middle of the field. Could we say, yes, throw the bubble? Yes. Now, that's difficult. You'd have to work on it. All right, if this guy was a second quarterback, he was handed the ball. It's possible because it's that guy should be able to do it. You just have to work on it in practice. Then add a route by this guy. So if this quarterback were to pull it, start running downfield, this guy would have a route to make this corner, this safety back here in the picture, and this outside linebacker think twice about going and get the quarterback. All right, play it through. Linemen do a good job. I mean, at the very end, they got downfield. Okay, but they did a good job staying at the line of scrimmage. So it's not a lot of different coaching and teaching for these NFL players. It's just adding a route or two. and giving a read for that second quarterback for that running back. The Los Angeles Chargers. Let's play it. Linemen do a great job of making a hole. Okay. We just went back a play. Guys, so the only difference you really can make, and this is where, is give this guy the opportunity to throw this ball. If this is your bubble route, if you really love these numbers, okay, make this guy have the opportunity to throw the ball. Now you could also add this tight end to run a route. Okay. Obviously you'd have to tell these linemen don't go downfield, stay on this line of scrimmage. Okay. But really the only thing on this one particular play the Chargers could change is tell this running back, hey, you could throw this bubble when you're running your wide zone to the right. Throw it if you want to. Go right ahead. Okay. If you want to also add this guy having a route, this tight end having a quick out, a corner. Since it's a wide zone, you tell him to stay on the line of scrimmage, you can run a deeper route. Great. That gives this quarterback, even though it's Chase Daniel, if it was someone more athletic, gives him someone else to read and throw downfield to if you were to pull the ball. All right, play it. Nice. Good run. Good. 5 yards. Okay. We're just, the 2-quarterback RPO system gives you the opportunity to always hit a big play just depending on what the defense gives us. Zone play action team, the Los Angeles Rams. Okay. They really don't run many RPOs, if any. Okay. They run their offensive system. And this play is just a simple run. All right. But what I love about when you run the wide zone, even if it's under center, what you can do is when they toss it, now it gives this running back or this second quarterback time to read it because he will catch the ball at least at 6-7 yards. Okay. So he has time to see the defense after he catches the ball and make the read to either throw the ball or run the ball. Okay. So obviously on this play, here we go. Wide zone to the left. You just have to tell the lineman don't go downfield. You lost 3-4 yards because you couldn't protect it up front. And this is the big difference, you guys. These guys, especially these second level guys, third level guys, even these outside linebackers, okay, they couldn't be aggressive. They really truly couldn't be that aggressive if they knew if this was the second quarterback, oh shit, he might throw the ball. Okay? This tight end, maybe he's not blocking on this play. Maybe he's got a flat route. Maybe he's got a 5-yard out. Maybe this receiver has a corner route. Okay? That's the big difference. So here we go. Let's play it. All right. Instead of this guy blocking, give this guy a route. Either this outside linebacker is going to come and blow this up in the backfield, okay, or just at least be aggressive. Where now, look how far back. That guy is at 10 yards. He's at 7 yards. If he caught the ball and this guy was running a route, you have time to throw this flat route. Okay, look at this. Look, there's the line of scrimmage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe even 7. He caught the ball at 7 already. Where he makes the decision, you add a route by one of these two receivers. Now we're talking about something explosive. All right, now we're talking about, look, defense. If you want to be aggressive, cool. We're just going to throw the ball right past you. We're going to throw a little flat. That's going to get plenty of yards after catch. Okay, and this is where the Rams could incorporate it, unless they think Stafford's really going to take their offense to the next level. RPO. Now this is a team that loves RPOs. Frank Wright from the Eagles basically won a Super Bowl on RPOs when they went with Nick Foles. Okay, so they got their backup in because Carson Wentz is injured right now, and so here we go. Pre-snap, they got a 5-yard out. They love it, so they're going to take it. Bam. It was designed. They're going to throw the ball out there. You could obviously tell because the quarterback really wasn't reading it. All right, and they knew they have that off coverage. They could take it. Okay, so now if we made it a true read, all right, so if this quarterback's actually reading, you can give him still that 5-yard out, even make it 10 yards, all right, since possibly he's reading it, so we'd be reading this end. All right, it's wide zone to the right, so stay on the line of scrimmage line. Even you tight end, you could block. That's cool. Now just add 2 routes for this guy, for this quarterback or this second quarterback or this running back to give the opportunity to throw the ball to. All right, so here we go. Look, if he was given the ball, now he could be given any routes technically. We would not really want to run a slant here just because if he's running right, to throw across his body is hard. Is it open? Yes, 100%. Okay, this guy's blocking, but you could give him a flat. You give this guy a fade. Where if this guy was given the ball, he could throw it. Okay. They take this 5-yard out. Cool. Completion. You're moving the chains. Right? So I just added it. I just added from what the Colts you have right now. to give it a different, interesting look to really make this defense think throughout the entire field. They got power to the right. They're going to pull this guy, go up the hole. Now this play is blown dead. As you can see, that guy jumped. That's why. All right, but very simple, just like any inside run, any power. You got to be careful with the linemen because, you know, they're already going upfield. So, especially in the NFL level, you can't really do anything deep. Okay, everything's got to be really quick. Okay, so one of these two guys, if this tight end or this, you know, this receiver who's in close, have one of them run a pop pass. Have them run right down the middle of the field to see if, you know, they'll probably make this corner clear, and then hopefully this safety and maybe even this linebacker is held up by this pop pass in the middle field. All right, that's exactly what we want. We want more guys, you know, not in on the play, not completely attacking this run play if that's what we're doing here. Okay, have this guy block, still do your pulling and stuff. Okay, but stay at the line of scrimmage. Have them all stay at the line of scrimmage. Have this guy run this pop pass. Look how aggressive he is. Look how aggressive. He backed up. Okay, so now this pop pass, all right, or even technically it's a slant in a way or an angle. I mean, it's open right now. If he had ran it instead of looking to block, all right, phone call, obviously, because we're at work. He ran this slant right in the middle of this field. Now you're giving him something to run. All right, now you're giving him another option, this second quarterback, where once he's handing the ball off, look, dude, you could throw this. Since they're backing up and they're giving us the field, throw it. We'll take these yards. All right, that's at least a 5-yard gain, if not more, okay, after the catch. Backside, you could always just run a bubble, small screen, whatever, okay. Give this guy another read to throw to also. Give them more reads because they can handle it, all right? It's very simple. It's very simple, okay? This entire offensive scheme is very simple, and we're just adding a player to every offensive play that they're running in the NFL right now.